African leaders arrived in Saint Petersburg Saturday to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin as part of an effort to mediate in the Ukraine conflict. Here's South African President Cyril Ramaphosa.
And we are here to communicate a very clear message that we would like this war to be ended.
Putin interrupted the remarks to deliver a list of reasons why he believed many of their proposals were misguided. He reiterated his position that Ukraine and the West has started the conflict long before Russia sent its armed forces over the border in February last year. He said Russia had never refused talks with the Ukrainian side, which had been blocked by Kyiv. When the African leaders called for the opening up of the Black Sea to allow them to receive grain shipments, he blamed the West, saying the crisis on the global food market is not the consequence of the Russian special military operation in Ukraine. It had started taking shape long before the Ukrainian situation developed. It started because the Western countries, the US and European countries, started unfounded and economically unjustified emission in order to solve their own problems connected with COVID. The African leaders are seeking agreement on a series of confidence-building measures, even as Ukraine last week began a counteroffensive to push back Russian forces from Ukrainian territory they occupy. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky had said after meeting the leaders in Kyiv on Friday that peace talks with Russia would be possible only after Moscow withdrew its forces from occupied Ukrainian territory. Putin said Russia remains open to constructive dialogue.
Уважаемый.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. President.
Wonderful.
Уважаемый господин президент, прежде всего хочу вас поблагодарить за то, что вы сочли возможным приехать в Россию с этой благородной миссией, которой мы посвятили сегодня несколько часов.
President, first of all, I would like to thank you for coming to Russia on this note, your time, several hours of it.
Мне кажется, что мы и формальной части, и неформальной практически в деталях обсудили очень многие, основные, во всяком случае, аспекты проблемы, связанные с кризисом, ради разрешения которого вы приехали в Россию. И как договаривались, у нас есть возможность еще несколько слов сказать по нашим двухсторонним отношениям, а также по взаимодействию в рамках международных организаций, в том числе БРИКС. Спасибо большое за ваше внимание.
Well, thank you very much, President Putin. And thank you very much also particularly for receiving the African leaders who came to Saint Petersburg to meet with you as part of the African Peace Mission. We want to thank you for listening to us, but we also thank you for explaining to us the situation that you are involved in.
Благодарю вас большое, господин президент, за то, что вы приняли миссию африканских лидеров здесь, в Санкт-Петербурге.
Этот проект этого договора был.
The project of this deal was initialed by the head of the negotiations group from Kyiv. He signed it. Here it is. It exists. It is called Deal on Constant Neutrality and Safety Guarantees to Ukraine. Guarantees, like you already said, my dear friend, the President, the South African Republic, 18 articles. Moreover, there is an annex to this. I will not even talk about it in depth now. It has to do with military and other things. It's all in ink, up to the number of military equipment and number of troops. Here is the document. It was initialed by Kyiv delegation. Signature is there, but after we, as promised, drew our troops away from Kyiv, the Kyiv authority, just like their owners usually do it, threw it all to the rubbish.
До единиц боевой техники и до личного состава вооруженных сил. Вот этот документ.
Heap of history. I am putting it mildly and trying to be polite. They turned it down. Where are the guarantees that they won't give up any other agreements?
Отвели войска от Киева. Киевские власти, как обычно, делают их хозяева, выбросили это все на свалку истории. Скажем так, аккуратно и постараюсь интеллигентно выражаться. Они отказались от этого. Где гарантии, что они и дальше не будут отказываться от каких-то других договоренностей?
And we are here to communicate a very clear message that we would like this war to be ended. The sixth point we'd like to raise is what is affecting our countries, and we would like to call for the opening up of the movement of grains across the Black Sea, so that whatever blockages there are should be opened up, and the grains and commodities must be opened to the markets. African continent, and indeed on many other. The other issue that is related to this is the children who have been caught up in this conflict should also be returned to where they have come from, their homes, being de-escalated as we make. And we make this contribution with the greatest respect to both countries, respecting the positions that they have put forward, but also believing that there is a common position that can emerge, a position that can lead to peace. And we do believe that this is the time for both parties to negotiate an end to this war, because this war is causing a great deal of instability and harm to various countries around the world. And it is for that reason that we would like to...
Je suis convaincu que la Russie, membre fondateur de celle-ci,
I am convinced that Russia is attached to the UN Charter.
aussi attaché à cette charte, pourrait nous aider à évoquer avec vous les questions majeures que tout à l'heure notre collègue de l'Afrique du Sud pourra aborder.